So today I thought I would talk a little bit about Wabi Sabi. Wabi Sabi is the name of my channel, of course, and it's also the name of my website. And it is a Japanese philosophy that I try to live by in my everyday life. It's been a little while since I posted my last video, and there are a few different reasons for that. Mainly, life just happens. There have been a lot of changes in my life recently. And so it wasn't a conscious decision or anything like that. But also, I kind of didn't know what to talk about. Um, Nothing felt right. So even though I really wanted to keep posting, I lost my way a little bit. So every week I thought, okay, this is the weekend I'm going to start filming again because I really love the creative process of filming, of editing, and then, putting out the final product. But I was always waiting for the perfect topic or the perfect timing, the perfect setting. And, none of that ever happened. So that brings me to now. I was just walking here on my daily walk, trying to take in the beautiful scenery. It is overcast and very windy and rainy, but it's perfect for me. And so I said to myself, Sylvie, you always talk about wabi sabi, about letting go of perfection, yet here you are yourself. You're waiting for everything to be perfect again before you show up for yourself. So that's when I decided to film right here, right now. So going back to Wabi Sabi, when you look it up, you usually see it described as a Japanese aesthetic and philosophy that finds beauty in imperfection, impermanence, and simplicity. And the way that I interpreted it into my own life is by really understanding that there is something very calming about accepting things as they are instead of always, trying to make everything flawless. For me, living the Wabi Sabi way, it is really tied to a feeling. For example, every morning I drink my coffee from this coffee mug that has a chip in it. But because this cup was given to me by someone special a long time ago, it is still my favorite cup. Or for example, it could be this sweater that you have washed so many times that it has faded, but it's still the one that you reach for when you want to be cozy just because it feels like you. It can also mean that you don't feel that pressure to have your home or your life look like a Pinterest board, or that you need to show up each day as the most perfect version of yourself or the version that others expect you to be. It can also be something so simple like an unmade bed, because instead of telling yourself that you're lazy or that you don't have your life together, it can also mean that you give yourself permission to have that relaxed day and not be so uptight all the time about having everything be perfect. For me, it's really the memories and the feelings that something can give you that can make simple, imperfect things perfect in their own way. And lately, I've been thinking about it a little bit more wabi sabi because a few months ago, I made this really big move from Minnesota to the Pacific Northwest. And I was so excited about moving here. But while packing, I found out that my daughter, who was in the Navy, already got new orders to move very soon to the opposite side of the country. And, after 4 years, I decided to move closer to where she is. So I'll be following her to the opposite side of the country again. So before I moved here, this place that I was looking forward to moving so much and that I ended up loving right away is only temporary. So it's been this very strange in between feeling for me, trying to settle here, my new place, but also knowing that I will not be here for very long. And so, yeah, I haven't fully unpacked. We haven't fully furnished the house or decorated either because, we know that another move is coming soon. And honestly, I have been grieving that a little bit because I just love it here so much. So, this whole idea of wabi sabi, of letting things be what they are, has been very grounding for me. And I'm trying to enjoy where I am now, even though it's not forever. And that's another thing that Wabi Sabi really reminds me of the most, that even when things are changing or uncertain or really not what I have pictured, I can still enjoy the now and make the best of it. And I'm not saying that I am handling it all with Zen energy because I really do have my moments of being stressed about the timing, the cost, and to make sure everything, lines up with work and housing and driving across the country again. But I'm also trying to stay open to the idea that, this phase, this time is part of my story too. So instead of trying to push myself, having everything figured out, I'm trying to live inside the days that I'm actually in and to breathe and to look around and to really just notice the things I love so much about being here. I want to look back later and realize I didn't enjoy it just because I knew I was leaving and it was temporary. So if you're still watching this, thank you so much for being here with me and for being part of these small moments. It really means something to be able to share this small corner of my life, even if things change all the time or are changing all the time. I want to be here more regularly and I will try, but I also know myself, life is a bit unpredictable right now for me. So I'm going to show up when I have something to share, something I really, care about, and perfectly imperfect, right? Well, thank you again for being here today, and I talk to you soon.